Hello, my friends. Brian King here. I'm reading this wonderful article that quotes the Center for Developing Child at Harvard University. Another one of those universities we know is not right out of the back of a truck or something, so we can trust it. And the title of this article is Four Habits That Will Create Resilient Kids Who Can Weather Life's Challenges. And like many articles, it's very general, but the steps that it recommends are very sound. And I wanted to give you not only a link to the article, which is in the description here, but I wanted to go a little deeper on these steps with you so you know how to apply it to our kiddos, the ones with ADHD and Asperger's. So first of all, its definition of resilience is a little basic. It says that resilience is the ability to overcome serious hardship. Okay, how do you operationalize that? If you can't look at it and say, okay, what action is going to allow me to overcome serious hardship? So I think of resilience as the ability to bounce forward, which means you take the hardship, the difficulty, whatever it is, you ask yourself, what's the opportunity here? What's the lesson? What knowledge or skills do I need in order to become stronger from this? So that when you bounce forward, you do so because you're stronger than you were before this thing hit you. Make sense? That's how I see resilience. So the first thing that recommends, and there's a lot of research that's been done in the past couple of years on this recommendation alone, the importance of having strong, secure, and responsive adult-child relationships. Some research that's looked into what's the key to happiness in life has found that the people with the healthiest relationships are the ones that are the happiest because so many of their needs are met. The need for significance, the need for belonging, the need for contribution. So much of that is met through healthy relationships. And we know that our kids struggle with these things. And a lot of them say, well, I don't need people. I'd rather be alone. People can't be trusted. And we know that our kids are anxious and depressed and lonely. So they're saying that I don't need people. No, that's not true. They've resigned themselves to being alone because they don't realize that there are actually skills and knowledge they can acquire so that they can create the relationships they need. So that's something to really emphasize and stay on as far as your kids go. The second is safe and secure home environments. Kind of a duh. But this puts the onus on parents in terms of what kind of an environment are we creating? Are we projecting our anxiety, our own worries upon our kids? Are we arguing a lot in front of our kids? Are we creating that hostile environment because our needs aren't met? What do we need to do to acquire the knowledge and skills necessary so that we can be more resilient? Because nobody is in a better position to model this for our kids than we are, okay? The third one that they recommend is choices that allow a sense of control. Now, I think this is a bit of a misnomer, a poor choice of words, because control is an illusion. There's always that aspect of life that is a surprise, that is left up to chance, luck, whatever you want to call it. So the way I like to think of it is choices that allow a sense of self-determination, which means you make choices for the direction of your life. How do you want this situation to go? Do you want to avoid responsibility? Do you want to choose to blame? Do you want to choose to argue? Those choices lead to specific outcomes where other choices lead to a completely different set. So it's not that you're looking to control things. You're looking to influence the direction. Makes sense? I see a very significant difference between the two because we can have influence, but we can't have control. The last one is community connections. And I've learned this myself over the years because I tend to be pretty much a homebody. I don't socialize unless I absolutely have to. That's part of the Aspergerian in me. But the community connections that I do form are ones where the people are much more resourceful. And I think that really speaks well to the first one, too. Strong, secure, responsive relationships. Is you want to partner up with people where there's a great deal of reciprocity. They can help solve problems for you, but you can also do it for them. Because if it's only one way, you're going to exhaust these folks. And after a while, they're going to stop answering your calls and your emails. So community things like churches, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. Go, if you haven't heard of meetup.com, meetup.com, I highly recommend checking it out. It's a site where people post meetings or get-togethers around special interests, like playing board games, taking photography. A young lady I used to work with many years ago met people because they got together to walk around Chicago and take pictures of the architecture. And she had a great time and met people that had something in common with her. So through the genius of the World Wide Web, it's easier these days to build community than it's ever been before. Look at this group. You're watching this video. This is a means of building community around a specific interest. So click on the link in the description, look at this article yourself, and start thinking about those 4 different items, as well as the deeper ideas I've introduced here, to think about how you can incorporate more resilience into not only your child's life, but as importantly, yours. I hope this has been helpful. If so, leave me some comments below. Let's keep the conversation going. Ask me some questions. This has been Brian, and we will talk again soon.